We will utilize a chair in today's class to help us stretch, so go ahead and grab a chair. It can be a folding chair like mine or a kitchen chair. And go ahead and take a seat. Open your legs if you need to. Place them comfortably on the floor. Your shoulders will go over your hips. Your shoulder heads will roll open and your belly will be pulled in. The breath pattern that we'll be utilizing today is called balanced breath. And it's an inhale to a count of 4 through your nose. And exhale to a count of 4 through your nose, keeping them even, which is why it's called a balanced breath. Let's try one together. Inhale and exhale. And this is the pattern we want to maintain for the whole length of the class today. So inhale, lift the arms up over your head. Exhale, open your elbows, lift your head and chest, look to the ceiling. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, elbows pull out, lift the heart, lift the chest, and release down. One more. Inhale, arms lift up and over. Elbows open wide, chest lifts, head lifts, and release down. Inhale, the arms will go over the head. The right hand will come to the left knee. You'll grab the back of the chair, wherever is comfortable for you, and you'll twist to look back behind you. In a twist, you want your spine to stay nice and long. Inhales will make you taller. Exhales will twist you more deeply. Just 3 to 5 breaths in all of these positions today. Release, return back to the front. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, other side. Left hand to right knee. And twist to look behind you. You can use the chair to help give you a little more pull, a little more opening through your spine as you twist and look over your back shoulder. Keep your belly lifting in towards your center and lengthen through your whole spine and return back to center. Reach your arms behind you and take each side of the chair. You'll squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift your chest to the ceiling. I'll show you here. You'll grab the back of the chair, squeeze the shoulder blades, and look up. Really trying to open up through your chest and your shoulders, the front part of your shoulders, your pectoral muscles. The more you can squeeze your shoulder blades together, the more open you'll get on the front side, which is what we're going for here. Lift your head as high up as is comfortable for you. And your bum might scoot forward onto the front of the chair, and that's totally fine. Feel free to scoot forward as much as you need to. Open the chest, open the heart, look down, remove your hands, scoot yourself back if you need to. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold over to the left. Reach your arm up, look under that arm, or you can even look up to your fingertips. Stretching through the side of your body. Return to center. Inhale, both arms up. Now stretch over to the right. Look up under your arm. Drop your shoulder away from your ear. Rotate it open. Nice full stretch. Beautiful. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, return them to your sides. We will scoot our bum forward and we're going to open our knees out. Press your knees with your arms to open more through your hips. You're pressing back just above your knee joint, but it's making the hip open. So your knees should still point out over your toes. Pressing to open those inner thighs. Inhale, lift the heart and the chest to the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine in, tuck the chin into the chest like a cat-cow here. Inhale, lift the head, shift the pelvis. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, tuck the head, chin to chest. Just one more of those. Inhale, lift up, open your heart. Exhale, pull everything in as you round through your spine. Return back to your neutral. Lean forward. Rotate your right shoulder in and look back over your left shoulder. So you're pressing your hand open onto your knee to help open up, and you're twisting to look back over your back shoulder. Awesome. Return to center, other side. Press the left arm into the left leg, twist, look over your right. Finding a nice rotation and a nice opening of your hips. Return to center, close your knees, feet go flat to the floor. Lift your right leg, you can even lift it up with your hands. Cross your right ankle over your left knee and then press with your right hand just above your knee to help open the hip. You should feel this stretch on the back side of your hips into your rotators or your glutes. Try to relax your shoulders down. You can hold on with your other hand to the back of the chair if it helps you to stabilize into balance. Keep breathing and gently pressing to open through your hip a little bit more. And then release your foot down. Lift the left leg, cross it over the right knee, flex your foot. Left hand will come above the knee and press the thigh open. So don't press right on your knee joint. Press above the knee joint on your thigh to open up. The more you flex through the foot, the more stabilization you'll have in your knee joint to protect that joint. Knees are very sensitive, so we always want to be very mindful and careful of putting any pressure or twisting on our knees. Opening up our glutes and our hips and our pelvis region. And then release, step it down. We will now move off the chair and we're going to turn the chair to the side. Move it up to the top of your mat so it doesn't slide away from you. Keep it on the mat. Your hands will either come onto the top, back of the chair. If you have really tight hamstrings, you might want to leave your hands at the top. Or you can come down onto the seat and you're going to go into a modified down dog position. So you'll step your feet back behind you. Your hands will go where either on level 1 or 2. Your back will want to stay straight. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. We're working first to straighten through the spine. So the tailbone all the way out through the top of the head should have a nice diagonal line. We're pulling up and in with our ribs or hugging in our belly so that we're not splaying the ribs forward. Keep breathing. Roll yourself back up. Walk your feet a little closer and come to a standing position. You can grab your right leg and set it on top of the seat of the chair. If you have tight hamstrings, again, go to the back of the chair. If your hamstrings are a little more open, you can come down onto the seat with your hands. You'll flex through your foot and try to make your leg all the way straight. Your hips are squaring off to the wall in front of you, and your spine is lengthening. So you're trying to take out any rounding through your middle back. Try to lengthen the chest forward so that you're getting a nice stretch through the whole back side of the leg, not just in your hamstring, but in your calf as well. And that foot, the more it flexes, the more stretch you'll get through the back of your leg. Use your hands to walk yourself up your leg. We're going to turn to face the right. So we'll open up, our leg will be turned out on both legs. We'll slide our right hand down our right leg, and we'll lift our left arm up overhead so we're getting a side stretch. You can even lean a little bit into your left hip, and you should feel a nice stretch from your glutes all the way through the side of your body. Continue to flex through your foot that's on the chair. Keep breathing. And then lift back up, rotate back towards your chair. Lift your leg up and off however you need to. We'll switch sides. Left leg will come up onto the top of the chair. Again, we can go to the back of the chair or onto the seat. Flex through the foot, square the hips. Chest reaches forward to lengthen the spine. As we look out over the leg, flex the foot, get a nice stretch through our spine, as well as through our hamstrings and our calf muscles that run all up and down the back side of our leg. If you've lost your breath, return to that balanced breath. Remember, it's an inhale to a count of 4 and an exhale to a count of 4. The breath should be even. That's why it's called balanced breath. It will help to calm the nervous system and keep us in a good, healthy place. Walk yourself up your leg, rotate to open. You'll slide your right hand down your right leg and lift your right or your left arm up over your head. Look underneath. Keep flexing through your foot that's on the chair. And again, you can lean into your left hip if you want added stretch. Relaxing and breathing, trying to pull your belly in. We'll lift back up, rotate back towards the chair, and remove the foot off the chair. Step your feet wider than your mat, nice and wide. And you might want to even scoot yourself a little further away from your chair. Hands will come on to the chair and you can fold down. If you have a little more range, release your hands down and take a hold of your elbows. This is a great stretch to release our lower back. You're hanging like a rag doll. So you have a hold of your elbows or your hands are relaxed onto the chair and you're trying to stretch from your tailbone all the way out through the top of your head. Now your legs can bend. What we want is this stretch through our spine to help release out that lower back. So if your legs need to bend, go ahead and bend. But the more hanging and dripping you can have of your upper body, the more release you'll take off the spine. Look up, walk your hands back to the chair, and stand yourself up nice and slowly. We will now come down onto our knees, and we may need to move the chair a little further away from us. So we might have to scoot the chair more forward. The left leg will go behind you, go onto your knee. If you need a pillow to help support your knee, take a pillow, put it under. The front leg, we want a 90 degrees from our knee all the way to our heel, and we want to tuck our pelvis underneath. Both hands will come onto the chair, and we will sink down. So we're trying to sink into that left hip or the leg that is straight behind us. This is a really, really good hip flexor opener. So your hip flexor is on the front side. It's what creases your leg up in towards your chest. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Stretch it nice and long. Exhale, reach it towards the left. Take a nice stretch over to the left, just however far is comfortable. To be really intense on those hips, so you go to your level. Inhale, lift back to center, and we'll change arms. Left hand will come up, stretch it, and exhale, fold it over to the right. Breathing deeply. Inhale, lift back up, place both hands onto the chair. I need to scoot my chair a little bit further. You may need to too. And we will roll to the outside of our front foot. So on the blade of the foot, the hip will open, the knee will fall open. We'll get a little added stretch on the right hip. So all the way around in that right hip. This will help to open that area up. Again, go to your level. You may not be as deep or as wide, and that's totally okay. Come back to center. Slowly change legs. Left leg will step forward. Sink your hip down. Try to find a 90 degree or less from your heel to your knee. Both hands stay on top of the chair. Tuck your pelvis underneath. Lift the chest. Nice opening on the right hip flexor. These get really tight. We also have a psoas muscle that runs there. It is what helps with hip flexion, and it runs from the inside of your thigh up into your spine. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, fold over to the right. This is a great stretch for that psoas muscle that I was just telling you about. Inhale, lift back to center. Right arm goes up. Exhale, fold over to the left. That psoas muscle can get really tight, especially during pregnancy. This is a great stretch to help relieve that tightness. Inhale, lift back to center. Place both hands down. Roll to the blade of your foot on the left side. You're on the outside of your foot. Opening now in an external rotation in your hip joint. Trying to stretch all those different areas is really important because your hip has so much flexibility in it. Slowly come back to both knees. Keep your hands onto the chair and fold your chest down. Trying to create a nice long flat back here. If you have more opening in your shoulders, your head might drip down nice and fully. We want to try and make a 90-degree straight line from our tailbone to our shoulders. And let your head just hang. You're not holding any tension in your head or neck. If you feel like you are, you can shake your head gently, yes and no, to release that out. Walk your hand or your body back up. Place your hands onto the mat. And then we are going to come into a child's pose. So your hips will sink back over your heels as much as they can. Your knees will open as wide as they need to where it's comfortable for you. Your arms are long and straight in front of you with your forehead down on the mat. And take big, nice, relaxing breaths here. Allowing your lower back to release, your hips to release. You can sink even more over your heels, almost like you're tucking your pelvis down onto your heels. Let your body be heavy as it sinks down into your mat. Walk yourself back up. And use the chair if you need to help you stand up off the floor. And we will come to sit onto the chair again just to finish with our balanced breath. We'll sit on the chair again, trying to sit up nice and tall. We'll do 5 rounds of balanced breath. Inhale to a count of 4, exhale to a count of 4 through the nose. Close your eyes. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4, release, exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return your hands to your knees and then place them together over your heart. Great job. I hope you feel open and relaxed. And I will